Hey everybody, welcome to Cheesy Popcorn. My name is Annivar and I'm here with,
Chris Smiles.
and in case you didn't remember, Chris is the host of,
New on Music Row right here on the Rise Network.
and I am the co-host of Can I Call You Dad, also right here on the Rise Network. And we are going to talk movie stuff for you guys today. If you heard the first episode, we gave you a little bit of our bio. If you didn't catch the first episode, we are both have been in the entertainment business for many, many, many years. Chris on the radio, me in television. And so we have a bit of a background in entertainment and show business. But more than that, we are avid movie fans of a variety of genres of movies. So if we don't talk about a movie you like right off the bat, eventually we will get to it.
Chances are we probably will, absolutely. I just wanted to give you some feedback. I had some people reach out to me already and say that they enjoyed the first episode.
Really?
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of great comments from some people that I know and things of that nature as well.
Oh.
A couple of co-workers and things of that nature. I asked them to check it out, and they really enjoyed it. So they're looking forward to this episode. Not to put the pressure on you or anything,
Oh my
but
God.
so here we go.
That's really tough. Wasn't Sylvester Stallone, was it?
No, it wasn't Sylvester
Yo,
Stallone.
Adrian.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, yo, Paulie, I don't want to go out with your sister.
Yeah, well, he doesn't talk like that anymore, though.
Not anymore, but he did. So we're going to start the show talking about a movie we just saw that just came out. We both went to go see it, not together.
No, but that would have been
That would've been
fantastic.
fun. But Chris had another date. So we're going to talk about F4, Fantastic Four. And last time I started, so this time you start.
Fantastic Four, of course, set in like the 60s, which was an homage to, Jack Kirby and some of the other writers as well. Of course, I don't know if you caught this or not, some Marvel fans have. The actual year that the movie is set in, 8/26, is actually Jack Kirby's birthday, so that was a nod to him as well. And the movie was fantastic, and I mean, what a better way to describe it. But it was actually it was amazing. It's what I expected to be a little slow to get started, I thought. But then once a little bit of a spoiler alert here, in case you don't know anything about the movie, once they got into the whole Galactus part of the movie, I thought it picked up really well, and I thought it was great. Some very interesting scenes from it as well. So again, spoiler alert here. One of my favorite ones was when Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman or Invisible Girl, depending upon how you want to look at it, were having a little conversation about their baby and everything, and she's like, okay, you want to see? You want to see? And then she made her stomach like
Yeah.
invisible. So that's the spoiler alert right there in case you haven't seen it. And I thought that was really cool. That was probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Overall, the overall theme, family can do things well together when they, work together and things of that nature. I thought that was absolutely amazing. I have nothing but great things to say about this, and I won't do what I did last week. I will tell you that I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I very rarely give 10 out of 10s because, that means it's perfect. And,
Right.
It's not every... I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that I would give it a 10 out of 10, to be honest with you. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, yeah, absolutely. Every once in a while, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird like that. But so what did you think, and where do you fall as far as the rating goes?
Well, I agree. 10s are hard.
Yeah.
I could probably... Casablanca, that's about as close to a 10 in my opinion as possible. That was like the most perfectly made movie, I think,
Okay.
of all time, possibly. I thought it was good. I would probably give it an 8, a little lower than you.
Okay.
I hate to say this because I love this guy. I love Pedro Pascal. I didn't like him as Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
I just, kind of, I had the same feeling with Da Vinci Code. Didn't think Tom Hanks fit the character. I would have liked to have seen in Da Vinci Code, for instance, somebody like a Morgan Freeman, more of a crusty old guy instead of a young kind of suave guy. Here, I thought Pedro did okay, but he didn't convince me. I didn't forget that it was Pedro and focus on Mr. Fantastic.
I could see that, yeah.
The other three, yeah, but not so much. I agree. The whole message, family together, we can do this. I love the scene with, like you said, with seeing the baby, and I don't know why we're not there already in our medical realm.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah.
should already be there. This was 1964, and they're doing this, for goodness sake.
Right.
Why aren't we? We should be able to do the Star Trek stuff now. Remember, Bones just ran a thing, and everything came up.
Yeah.
He's got a broken ankle. He's got a broken finger. Everything comes up. Why aren't we doing that? We should be able to do that. I thought the visual effects were terrific.
Yes, I agree.
I liked, we talked about Superman having way too many storylines and villains going on. I like that this was two villains really with Silver Surfer. But I like that it was focused on the one thing. And I like that it showed how quickly people who idolize you as a hero can turn on you on a dime.
Yes, exactly.
I saw it with my grandson, and his only comment, he loved it. He would give it a 9 probably. He didn't care for the Silver Surfer being a woman.
Ah, okay.
I didn't mind. I thought that was kind of cool. I was disappointed that the Silver Surfer didn't join them at the end, because Silver Surfer eventually is going to be part of that group, I believe.
Well, I mean, she did kind of join them in
She
the
joined
final
them in
combat
saving Johnny
scene.
Storm.
Yeah.
But she didn't end up with them at the end.
Well, then they wouldn't be called the Fantastic Four. Then they'd be the Fantastic Five.
Right, which is what they were calling them anyway with the baby.
Or the Fab Five. Or, well, no, that's somebody else.
Wait, the Fab Five.
That's
Fab Four.
Yeah, well,
There could have been a Fab
There could have
Five
been a
because
Fab
there was
Five,
a guy who
yeah.
claimed he was the original drummer.
Yeah, Pete something. I can't remember his
Pete
last name.
Hegswith? No, not that guy.
Sellers,
Anyway,
maybe?
I enjoyed it. It was very enjoyable. I saw it with my grandson. I got a chance to peek over at him once in a while. And he tapped me on the shoulder when it was a cool moment.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
that makes any movie that much better too.
Yes,
So
that's always cool. That kind of reminds me of when I used to take my son to go see the Marvel movies when he was a bit younger. It was always great to be able to take him to the shows and then see his reactions and things, especially as he grew up. And then, of course, for me, though, I was kind of like, man, I wish I was his age right now, like watching these movies and that kind of stuff. I think that's the one thing that in the 70s us kids kind of missed was we didn't have a filmatic or cinematic version of our comic books. We got the TV versions, and they were all pretty lame. I mean,
a little bit.
I think the only one that I think was any good was the Spider-Man one, and I can't remember the actor's name, but his first name was Matthew, and I don't remember his last name.
Either.
But that was about the only one. It was the late 70s, early 80s Spider-Man TV show, and it was live action.
Yeah.
And he used
Superman?
suction cups.
Superman. Were you around for Superman? Maybe
Superman was in the 50s and 40s and 50s, something like that.
George Reeves.
Yeah, well, that was way.
Superman,
Those would have been in reruns, probably like late night
They're
on.
in reruns on MeTV.
Oh, they are. Okay.
They are, yeah. And the best part, when you're a kid, it's Superman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Invincible. And then when you go back and watch him as an adult, you start to see things like Superman flies in. Almost every episode, he flies in through a window.
Right.
And he puts his hands on his hips. And the guy shoots him 6 times in his chest, and the bullets just bounce off.
Right.
And then the guy throws the gun at him, an empty gun, and he ducks.
Right.
And I'm like, this guy just took 6 bullets, and now he's ducking because of an empty gun.
Right.
Doesn't seem right. But I like George Reeves. Last week we mentioned George and Christopher, my top 2 Superman.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
now coming up, one of my favorite movie series, Naked Gun.
Yes, coming up actually
August
today. Today, as a matter of fact. So
I had August 1st.
yeah, August 1st.
Today's not August 1st.
It's when the episode's going to air on August 1st.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, it might be airing on July 31st. We're not exactly sure when the release date is going to technically be. So you could be right. It could be tomorrow, or it could be today.
But the release date of the movie is August 1st.
Absolutely correct. And whether you're listening to us on the 31st of July or you're listening to us on August 1st, you have there's your differences.
But I'm looking really forward to Liam Neeson.
So you are sold on Liam Neeson
I am.
as the new Gunn, huh?
I am. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's only one reason, other than that he's a terrific actor. But 2 reasons. Leslie Nielsen started in the same way that Liam Neeson started. Drama, detective, criminal.
Police story, right, or something like that.
Then fell into comedy and just tore it up. I think Liam Neeson's going to do that with this.
Okay.
Second of all, more importantly, LN.
Oh, Gotcha.
How could you get better casting than
I got you. So we're talking about sharing the same initials. Yes. Okay. I could see
same
that.
initials?
From the previews that I've seen so far, which, by the way, if you've been to the movie theaters within the last couple of weeks, I would say, they've pretty much kind of shown you the same preview, except for when we went to go see Fantastic Four. There was a brand new one. Liam was just sitting in front of the camera by himself, and the
Talking
ad
about raising money for comedy.
right. It was
Loved
right,
it.
and it was like it was an advertisement. It was kind of like, this is your brain on this is your
Yes.
brain. And then this is your brain on drugs. And then they would crack that egg and put it in a frying pan.
Yep.
That's what it reminded me of. And after that preview, I was like, okay, maybe now I can start to see it. So I'm interested to see it. I'm intrigued. It'll be the movie that I'll go see this weekend. If I don't go see it on Friday night, which I probably won't. But so I'm skeptical, but I'm not. It's not one of those where it's like, I'll wait till cable.
Oh no, I can't wait for cable. For
Yeah, well,
absolutely not.
You are a huge Leslie Nielsen fan.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if I was in your shoes, I'd be like, okay, now prove it to me.
Okay.
Because if we look at Liam's career and the movies that he's been in, obviously I think most people out there in the listening audience probably know him more because of the Taken movies.
Yes.
Or if you're a Star Wars fan, you know him for his, shall
he
we
was
say?
a Jedi.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people didn't like him as Qui-Gon Jinn.
I didn't mind him at all.
I
liked him playing against Samuel Jackson. I thought that was cool.
Yes, that was good. I agree with a lot of my fellow Warzians in that it was just kind of okay. I didn't
thought
get
he
the
was
Ben
pretty good.
Kenobi feel from him that I wanted.
Well, but you're not going to get the Ben Kenobi feel from anybody.
Well, true, but we
I don't
wanted
think.
some sort of mentorish kind
Yeah.
of quality from him, and I feel like all I got was, I have a very certain set of skills.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was the same dry approach that he does with everything. So, but
He's
again,
pretty much the same in every movie. That's why I'm looking forward to this one because it's really out of his wheelhouse.
and if he does the dry as far as Naked Gun is concerned, I think he probably will be successful. But
I think you should get an Oscar for this, personally.
you haven't even seen it yet.
No, but I don't care. I thought Leslie Nielsen should have got an Oscar for Naked Gun and Mr. Magoo, by the way. So I think it's a good movie. If you like Liam Neeson, by the way, check out a movie called Honest Thief.
Honest Thief.
Honest
Okay.
Thief.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, it's about as far away from Taken as you can get, but it's still Liam Neeson genre kind of movie. So, okay, so those are our reviews of Fantastic Four, and that is our looking forward to Naked Gun, which is coming out, and we're a little bit distant on that one, Chris and I. He's not a Liam Neeson fan like I am, but that's okay.
It's not that I'm not a Liam Neeson fan. It's just that everything I've seen him in, and even this Honest Thief that you're talking about, it looks to me like it's an action movie.
Yeah, but have you seen it?
No, I'm
Okay, you gotta
looking
see
at
it. It'll
some
surprise. It's on
information.
Prime Video.
Okay.
It'll surprise you because it is, but it isn't.
And it's fairly new, 2020. So I'm interested. I'll definitely take a look at it. I mean,
Now we can get into the kind of movies that you enjoy, which are rom-coms.
Oh, yes.
I know that you're a rom-com guy. You're a Hallmark man.
No, I am not a Hallmark man in any way, shape, or form. although a very interesting movie. So doing some research and stuff like that for the show, I did take a look at what the releases as far as upcoming movies are concerned and stuff like that. And I saw on here that a very interesting movie is going to be celebrating its 15th anniversary. It's called What If, starring Kevin Sorbo.
Okay.
And it was produced by this production group that formed from a church that I used to go to. So it's a very, it's a Christian themed movie, that kind of stuff. But it was a very interesting thing. I think Kevin plays a pastor in that movie.
Okay.
And they were trying to
Wrestles?
go big and stuff like that. No, not Hercules or anything like Hercules. Anyway, but I thought that was interesting that that's coming back out to celebrate its 15th anniversary. Anyway,
Interesting.
neither here nor there. But also coming out this weekend, another great flick that I'm interested in is The Bad Guys 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Bad Guys 1 was excellent.
Was it sealed?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Saw it with my grandson.
I didn't know anything about Bad Guys at all.
Yep.
obviously, except for other movies that I've seen where there are literal bad guys. But when I saw the first preview for it, I was like, "Oh, this looks kind of interesting."
Yeah.
Obviously, bad guys take over the role of being heroes, so you got kind of like an anti-hero theme going
Yep.
on there. And I'm really interested in it. So I think I think this weekend I'm gonna watch Bad Guys 1.
Okay.
And then I think when Bad Guys 2 comes into a movie theater like real close to my house, I'll probably go over there and take a look at it there. I miss just take a digression here for a second, or a diversion, so to speak, which is also another great movie. Anyway,
Yes.
you miss the second run movie things, the movie shows, like where you used to be able to go see a movie. It had been out for a while, but then you went to this other movie theater and the movie only cost you like $5
Right,
or
right,
$2.50
right.
or something like
Yeah.
that. I totally miss those movie theaters.
I do too.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, there's no like second
Well,
run
that was the
movie
Tivoli in
theaters.
Downers Grove. The
And-
Tivoli would get the movie 2 weeks later, and it'd be $2.
yeah.
Now they're a regular theater now, and they have first run movies, and it's $7. It's still cheaper than most other places.
It's $9 actually.
Oh, is it? No,
unless
I'm a
it's
senior.
7. Unless it's 7. Well, there you go.
And a military.
Well,
so
there
I
you
get
go. So
two
you got
discounts.
You're double dipping on the discounts there.
I went there. I said, "How much is it for a senior?" He said 7. I said, "How much is it for a military?" He said 7. I said, "So it's a 0, right?"
That's
He said,
funny.
"Get out of the line."
They have 2 screens there, though.
Yeah, they have a small screen.
Yeah.
It's a little intimate theater, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's not bad. We saw Wicked there, and we worked out fine. A lot less seats. The big theater is the impressive theater with the ceiling. Obviously, if you
Right,
ever gone
yeah.
to the Tivoli, it's there to impress.
Yeah, of course.
And on Saturdays, you used to have the guy that came up with the organ
oh.
and played the organ before the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was really. And then he'd disappear.
Oh, that's cool.
I
Kind
had
of
my-
like Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, I had my grandson thinking it was a animatronic for the first 2 or 3 movies we went. I'm like, that's a puppet. That's a puppet. That's not
Oh.
a real person.
Wow.
But then the guy blew my game because he got up and walked off. He's like, "Grandpa, you're a lying son." I had to stop him.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so rom-coms. I did my 5, but not in any particular order this time. I like Leap Year.
Oh, okay.
I like Leap Year a lot. We've
Okay.
seen it probably, I hate to say this, I'm going to give up half my man card 8 times.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife and I love it. And I always find one little extra thing that we missed. We have to put the captions on because the guy's got such a thick brogue, the Irish guy. And so we have to put the captions on. The first time we watched it, we watched it again the second time a while later, and we didn't realize how much we missed because we really didn't understand what he was. And we had to look up what a hang sandwich is.
Oh, there you go.
We're like, what the hell's a hang? So that's mine. That's my first one.
That,
Leap Year.
that's
Fun
like
movie.
me with So I Married an Axe Murderer,
Okay.
which I guess you can kind of call that a rom-com now that
Yeah,
I really kind
yeah,
of think about that.
yeah.
So, I didn't have that on the list, but we were talking about things, and now I'm kind of like, you know what? That was one of the ones I really like that movie.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a different. It's off the beaten path, so to speak. It's got a great theme song that I used to love listen to on the radio and things of that nature. And it's got a twisted plot to it as well. And I had to look up what haggis was because of that movie. Because I think there was like, we're going to have haggis or something like that.
Yep.
And then, of course, my favorite part of that movie is there's the younger brother, I think, or something like that. He's got a huge head. So every time he's like, "Heed, move your heed," and it's hilarious. And of course they're like watching soccer or something like that. I think they're like a Scottish family, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna change my list a little bit, and I'm gonna add
right.
that. So I Married an Axe Murderer, not in any order or anything like that.
All right.
But that would be one of my picks as well for rom-coms. I've got a couple that I think are pretty standard. So we'll
Be
see.
interesting to see if we have the same one. Ugly Truth.
Oh, okay.
Ugly Truth with another action guy turned comedian who did a great job in that movie, by the way.
Who is? I'm not familiar with Ugly Truth at all. I feel
And
bad.
it's the guy from Law Abiding Citizen. He's an Australian guy, I believe. And why can't I think of his name all the time? Oh, my goodness. It's Heigl. Katherine Heigl is the female lead. And they play really super well against each other.
Gerard Butler? Is that who you're trying
Gerard
to
Butler,
yeah,
thank you.
okay.
Gerard Butler. Maybe I should have wrote that down. It's a really good movie. It starts out surprisingly not a rom-com, but
Okay.
it turns into a rom-com. There's a scene in a restaurant. I don't want to spoil it. There's a particular scene in a restaurant where they're doing a business meeting that is just hilarious, and Catherine pulls it off beautifully.
I think
That's all I'll say.
I honestly, when it comes to her, I think she's very underrated as far
Oh,
as
yeah.
an actress is concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, most people know her from Grey's Anatomy, and
She played a thriller. She played in a thriller.
Yeah,
She was scary as hell.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people give her the credit
No.
that she deserves. I think she got kind of that once over thing, and I think
Blonde, pretty.
she was in that
typecast.
she was in that era where that's
Yeah.
what they were doing, typecast, and that's exactly where I was going to go. I think she got typecasted with a lot of things, and I think that she deserves a second look for
I agree.
quite a few things. So here's the one for me, rom-com wise, that is probably a standard. I would think for most people. When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Really? You stopped after the "I'll have what she's having" line, and then you were kind of like,
Well,
"I'm done."
every time I get to that part, I have to leave the room.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
So, no, I just
I didn't know Meg Ryan had that effect on you, but anyway.
it wasn't Meg.
Oh.
Just saying,
okay.
stand-up comic Billy Crystal. We all love him.
Oh.
If you're a stand-up comic and you're not in love with Billy Crystal, then you're not a stand-up comic.
Oh. I didn't know there
Sorry.
was that caliber of.
He is. He's a handsome man.
Oh. Okay.
That's all I'll say. And he was in Soap. I first saw him
Oh,
in
yes,
the comedy
that's right.
series Soap,
Yeah.
and he was cute as a button there. He's still cute as a button.
So
Every
you.
Oscar MC that he ever did was fabulous.
I will agree with you. I think he was one of the best Oscar hosts.
I mean, he
of all
just
time.
everything he does, he takes over the top.
Yeah.
His
I
Broadway
totally agree
show.
with you.
He's an incredible guy. I mean, you can't help but admire him.
My favorite movie from him is Mr. Broadway. Is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's
Mr.
called.
Saturday Night.
Mr. Saturday Night.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my favorite movie of his. I absolutely love that movie. It's actually one of my
Yeah.
top 5 comedies for sure.
Well, I don't know if you can pay a higher compliment to anybody than to say that a little Jewish comedian from New York was asked to do the eulogy for the greatest Muslim boxer
Oh yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen it on YouTube.
Yeah,
It is,
I have.
I mean, to be able to if you can do first to be asked and to do that and do it the way he did it
Yeah.
in a such a sorrowful time for the family and friends, and it was you cried,
Mhm.
but I mean just the word brilliant doesn't even describe it. So
No, and not at all. I mean, but he's everything. I haven't. There has never been a movie, even City Slickers, like
Yep.
that
Running
too.
Scared with Gregory Hines. was
I
great.
mean, just there.
Yeah.
I wish he was still acting. To be honest,
Yeah,
with
I
you.
know.
There's a
I
lot
know.
of he. We've been talking about other episodes that we're going to do. He is one that I have for a actor who should have been cast in a different role, kind
Oh,
of
okay,
thing.
yeah.
And
yeah.
when we get to that episode, I'll share
I think
that
he
with
should have
you.
been in Taken. I think instead of Liam, I think Billy Crystal and Taken would have been great.
That would be a very interesting approach to it. I would like to see that. For
I have
sure.
skills. I know how to find you. I'm going to find you. I'm going to kill you. All right. I'm going to go back for this one. The Bishop's Wife, the original Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant. Now, the remake with Denzel was good too. It was good. But the original Bishop's Wife, it's not listed as a rom-com, but it really is a rom-com. David Niven was brilliant in comedy too.
Well, but I mean, like, I don't think rom-com really became a thing until one of the movies that's on my list. And I believe, just like you, that there are movies from the earlier generations that were
They were rom-coms.
they were rom-coms.
Absolutely. They
For
just
sure.
didn't call them that.
Right.
So I
So-
like Bishop's Wife. I like the whole concept of, and you get a nice little message too.
Mhm.
You know, David Niven, Cary Grant is great in any comedy he ever did, but he was another, I think, underrated comedian, actor. So the Bishop's Wife is on my list.
All right. So another, I guess, what people would call standard, Pretty Woman, and I believe that's the movie to me that coined the rom-com theme.
Probably did.
Yes.
Well, Harry Met Sally may have too. It's close.
You're right. Either one of them could be that, but
Yeah.
I firmly believe from what growing up in that generation, I remember them saying this is the rom-com that started it all.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great movie. Some people would be like, it's okay, But you got the combination, of course, of Richard Gere and why can't I think of her name right now? Julia Roberts. Thank you. And just it's a story that a lot of people look at it and they go, well, yeah, she's a hooker. So but at the end of the movie, you really see this. It's
that
not
hooking pays.
Well, but you also see.
That's how I see it. It's not one of my favorites.
No,
I'm sorry,
and
Chris.
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, this
It's
more
a horrible message to young girls.
Well, it totally is. I'm not saying that it's got a great message inside of it. I'm just saying.
I think it tries to have a great message.
That's what I'm saying. I think it tries and misses the mark, but for what they were trying to do with it, I think it does. What it was supposed to do.
Yeah. It's got moments. Not
definitely
a Richard
has
Gere fan, but I like them in this. I like them in Chicago more.
Yeah.
Thought Richard Gere surprised the hell out of me in Chicago.
Yeah.
He really did.
Mm-hmm.
So Pretty Woman's not on. Wouldn't be on my list.
I didn't expect it to be. It's more of the soundtrack for me reminds me of my growing up.
Soundtrack is great.
Yeah, the soundtrack is great.
Yeah.
But
the scene in the store is great.
Mm-hmm.
With the Rodale Drive highfalutin lady.
Yeah, right.
That's a great scene, but the concept of the whole movie, I don't know.
I get it.
Didn't do it for me. Mr. Magoo. Now, it is a rom-com because
I want to see how you're going to explain this.
there's a love interest.
Okay, but
and they end up together at the end.
You could say that you could by that accord then you could say that Billy Madison is a rom-com.
It is. Sort
no,
of.
It's not.
Anytime you got a couple that ends at the end together, that you don't think they're going to end up at the end, that's a rom-com in my opinion.
Okay.
And
in
Leslie Nielsen, and I forget who the girl was. I want to say it was Courtney Cox in there. If you can look it up.
I will do that.
He ends up with her. And again, Leslie Nielsen, it would have been incredibly hard to do Mr. Magoo from the cartoon. You're not going to find anybody that looks like that other than maybe Truman Capote. Might have looked a little bit like Mr. Magoo.
So Jennifer Garner or Kelly Lynch?
Jennifer Garner.
Okay. All right.
So
I could see how you think she looks like Courtney Cox.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Brunette.
Electra.
Pretty.
Looks like Courtney Cox. Okay. Anyway.
But I'm glad they Mr. Magoo in the cartoon, if you recall, was a little short, bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
They use
Blind,
Leslie Nielsen
too.
instead. Total opposite casting, which I thought was great.
And Magoo is blind too, if I remember in the cartoon.
He's very either far or nearsighted. He's not blind. He's far or
I
nearsighted.
thought he was blind in the
But there's a scene. There's a scene with him and a chicken that you got to watch. It is hilarious.
I will admit this is another one that I haven't seen.
Okay.
It never.
You're not alone.
I know I'm not, because it was one of those where
Nobody saw it but me, I think.
Well, no, I don't think that nobody saw it. I think there are people that saw it. I think there are people that here's another comment that some people made about the last episode. They've actually, one of my friends, coworker, actually said, you know what? Because of your podcast, I actually went to the library and grabbed one of the movies.
No kidding.
Yeah,
that's great.
So
and
he's
go to the library, people. That's an excellent thing.
Yeah.
Support libraries.
He actually went to go get the shootist because he was like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounded like it was interesting.
Yeah.
So
I'd be interested in what he says, because that my favorite John Wayne movie for sure, without a doubt.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, I'm not a big Western guy. He goes, but, it's John Wayne, and, your buddy recommended it. And he was like, I was at the library, and I was like, oh, and I went and grabbed it. And so when I see him next, hopefully he'll let me know all about it. So
The ending is fabulous. It's one of the best endings of a Western ever. All right, so what's your next one?
my next one is actually Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Love that one.
And, people
Bradley
would.
Cooper.
Yes, Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence, with a bit of a mental health twist to the movie. And the reason why I love the movie so much is because when it came out, that was one of those taboo subjects that a lot of people weren't talking about.
Yes.
And I really believe that this movie helped that movement, so to speak.
I agree.
And made people realize, hey, you know what, this is a thing.
I agree.
And it's not what we thought. And, I remember when I don't remember which side of the family is, but one of my grandparents had like plates up on the wall, and they were very even keeled. They were all in the right row, column, this and that kind of stuff. And as we've learned about mental health along the way, I kind of, and people were like, well, we didn't have that back then. No, it just wasn't labeled
wasn't
anything.
brought out,
So,
yeah.
but of course, a rom-com nonetheless,
Yep.
a very interesting and twisted kind of
Great
story.
role for Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yes.
Again, out of his wheelhouse, but he nailed it.
Yes, absolutely. And
Now
there's,
he's making commercials for gelato.
well, and he's also the voice of the raccoon.
Yes.
But anyway, that was
But that's a good one.
a
That's a
reference
really
to
good one, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way. He's also in another great movie. The Great Hustle or The Hustle or something like that. I can't remember the title off my head. But Jennifer's also in that with him as well,
Okay.
too. I think it's those two. But I caught that
Well,
on.
that was after Hangover too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was, total
Yeah.
180-degree turn for him.
Oh, for sure.
And I want to say he either got nominated for an Oscar or did he win an Oscar?
I believe he. I'm almost positive he was nominated. I don't think he won it that year.
I thought he won, but the acting in that whole movie was great. It really is. It's not one of mine because I had to make room for Mr. Magoo. Otherwise, it would have been on mine. Look that up, and I'll tell you my last one. I'm going back again here, Chris, and you're too young to probably have ever seen this, but you should see it. One of my favorite all-time actors, again, is Spencer Tracy. And when you take Spencer Tracy and you put him with Katharine Hepburn, you just can't have a bad movie. They did a movie called Desk Set.
Did I hear you right?
Yes, Desk Set.
You sure this was a movie that was like actually in movie theaters and
Yep.
not like in some other theater you weren't supposed to go?
No, not in the little ones
Wow,
with the booth
Desk
No.
sex.
where
Huh.
the curtain goes up.
Yeah.
No, this was called Desk Set. It's about it's a group of women who are basically expert librarians, and people would call in and ask questions. And if they didn't know it off the top of their head, they had a library of books and stuff they'd go get. And Spencer Tracy comes in, hired by the company as an efficiency expert to try to figure out a way to get rid of the women and have a computer do all of it instead. Like people would call in and ask for, what's the temperature to cook a turkey? Or who were the 7 dwarves, stuff like that. What are the names of Santa's 7 reindeers? And Spencer Tracy is trying to kind of get them out, like not unlike, and that was way ahead of its time because obviously we're there. But and he ends up going up against Katharine Hepburn, who's the head of the department, and then they end up falling in love. And I won't give the rest of it away. And there's another Gig Young is in it, who's also makes a great foil for any movie. He was in Young at Heart and was the foil there too to Frank Sinatra of all people. But the fact that it's Spencer Tracy and Kate Hepburn, who were a couple, not legally, but they were a couple for years and years and years. Everybody knew that. In fact, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Not a rom-com, but just a fabulous movie.
That's a good movie.
And I read somewhere that in the final speech that he does, that Spencer Tracy does at the end, that a lot of that he rewrote, and a lot of that was directed to her.
Oh, okay.
Because
I can see that.
if you ever watch it again, every time they go to a reaction shot of Hepburn, you could see that she is reacting, not acting.
Oh yeah, totally, for sure.
And it's just beautiful. And this movie doesn't have that. And they did a bunch of them. He did another where they're both lawyers. Adam's Rib was another one that's a rom-com too. This one's a little better, I think. So if you get a chance, go to the library, support your libraries. We need libraries, folks. We cannot get rid of libraries in this country. That's important.
So going back to Silver Linings Playbook, I was
Yes.
wrong. Bradley Cooper did win Best Actor.
He did. I knew he was nominated
and
too.
Jennifer Lawrence won Best Actress for that.
And
as
they
well.
should
So
have.
it actually won a lot of awards.
Fabulous
at the,
movie.
85th
Fabulous.
Academy Award. So,
Yeah.
but
It's no
yeah.
Mr. Magoo, but it's good. That's my measure, Chris.
Not even.
I
on the
measure
same
every
level.
movie
Anyway.
against Mr. Magoo.
Wow. Okay.
It's got to at least be that good.
So he just discredited himself, folks. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Anyway, so my last pick, I actually had a hard time deciding because there's a movie from my childhood that, in my personal opinion, was a rom-com, and actually helped me get through some very tough times as a kid. It's got a great soundtrack, and probably one of the greatest love songs of all time is in it. And it's by Peter Gabriel. But unfortunately, I did not. That movie's called Say Anything. I did not put that on my list because I remembered I was looking through a list of like the best rom-coms of all time, and I was like, there's a movie with Sandra Bullock, and I can't remember which one it is, but it was filmed mostly in Chicago, and there's a rumor circulating among my friends and family who have seen the movie, because I was going to Columbia College at the time, that you can actually see me in the train of one of the shots, because I used to take the train to get to school, and they just took a random train shot, and it looks like me. And I've gone back and I've watched the movie a couple times, and I'm like, it does kind of look like me.
Wow.
But
And what's the movie?
So the movie's called While You Were Sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, with Sandra
Great
Bullock.
movie.
I don't think there's a scene I think where they fall under the tracks and stuff like that. It's absolutely a great movie. Deals with amnesia and things of that as well, which is kind of it's the theme sometimes in some of these rom-coms where they get amnesia and then they don't remember things and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. So that's
And she plays that role pretty straight.
Yeah, and
which is really nice.
Yes, and that's another, to me, that was another surprising thing about the whole movie, is that she does have comedic timing. If you've seen her in some other movies, Miss Congeniality is one of them that I can think of. That those are great. Both of them, actually. I love both of them. Some people think the second one's terrible, but
I like
think
Miss Congeniality. I didn't like the second one.
I think the second one was just as good.
It was okay. The first one was it.
It's got that sequel thing going on.
And when you got William Shatner there too.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Bill Shatner, baby.
So it's Bill Cosby. So you got a Bill thing going on here.
No, not Bill Cosby anymore.
No, not Bill. I meant to say Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, no, not Bill Cosby. Sorry, that was a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
So you got a Bill William thing going on here. Shatner. Now you got okay. Yeah. All right. Glad my name's not Bill. Anyway. All right.
Yeah, that's good. I saw that movie While You Were Sleeping. It's an excellent movie. I think I've seen it a couple times.
You saw it while I was sleeping? Wow. Okay.
While I was sleeping.
You were so you slept through it. Okay.
I slept through it, basically.
So osmosis is how you saw the movie.
I'm in The Fugitive, basically. Same same thing.
Yeah.
The scene where he comes out of City Hall, because they filmed it in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he joins the Irish Parade.
And
Tommy Lee Jones comes out. If you pause it, you see the ABC 7.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm right below. I was doing the Man on the Street interviews with Frank Matthey. Rest in peace, Frank. Frank and I were the man on the street. We would go up on the sides and talk to people about what it's like to be Irish today. So when we saw them, Frank and I, we had to stop. We saw them running out into the street and go. We saw them doing the jump. We could see him doing the jump. In the camera, there's Frank and I were both short, so you can't see us, but you see the booth. And if you can imagine, we're right next to the booth, right to the right of the booth as you're looking at it. We are right there.
Okay.
Never got a nickel.
Well,
for that,
you weren't actually on film, so.
True, but I was there in essence, and so I should have got something.
Wasn't that a show on ABC, Essence? I feel like it was.
Essence. I think it's a shampoo, too.
It is.
So I got introduced one time by a very funny comedian named Paul Gilmartin. No, that's not true. Bill. He's in the movie Major League, and I can't think of his last name now. But his first name is Bill again.
We go with the Bill
and
thing.
I was the MC, and I introduced him, and he said, "Hey, everybody, how about a hand for Annivar?" And people clapped. And he said, "Annivar, a comedian and a fragrance available at Marshall Fields." Yeah, and he's done all the Major League movies. He's one of the guys. If you remember Major League, there were 3 fans. One was dressed as an Indian.
Yeah.
And they had that's him. He was the guy dressed as the Indian.
Oh, okay.
So that's good. That's why we do this show, because not only are we movie fans, but we have actually been in movies, not credited. Although I was a Care Bear in a TV show. I was Tenderheart.
So we even have a Care Bear connection.
I have a Care Bear. Were you Care Bear?
So in some festival, I don't remember if it was Vernon Hills or if it was Northbrook Days. but I worked for a guy who was responsible for the costume characters. By the way, if you have kids right now, you might want to tell them to put their headphones on,
Yeah.
because you don't want them to know this.
Yes.
But yeah, so I was one of the costume characters, and it was I was Shrek one day. I was a Care Bear another day. I had the cloudy Care Bear. I don't know which one that is. I never looked it up. And then I got to play Elmo.
Elmo.
Oh yeah, and then the very last
Well,
one.
tickle me.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then when I was in high school, I was Chucky at Chuck E. Cheese.
Gosh.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, I was Tenderheart in that costume in August in 90-degree weather.
Oh, yeah.
They literally had to carry me off the set and put me somewhere so I could cool down every half hour.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
That happened to me a couple times at that festival that I was at.
Yeah.
I did get pulled off, and they had a like a cooling RV kind of
Yeah,
thing.
this
that they put us
costume, now they have fans in the costumes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have fans back then. It was just like 1,000 degrees in
and
there.
Those fans don't work very well either. So
Well, it would have helped a little bit.
yeah, probably.
Well, that's our show, Chris. It's been a blast talking movies with you as usual.
As always.
Maybe we can go see Naked Gun together.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I'm down.
I think that'd be fun because my wife says she might come. If you get your wife to come, my wife will come.
I'm sure that we could make it a double date.
That would be great.
Yes.
And if we go on a Tuesday, it's only $5 at Imagine Theater in Frankfurt.
I think most theaters are like $5 on Tuesdays.
They are, but you get
nice
free
plug there.
popcorn at Imagine.
But nice plug there.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
By the way, Imagine Theater in Frankfurt, if you'd like to advertise on the show, we're more than willing to
Yeah, you can.
to help you out there. So there you go.
Check the Rise Network. And subscribe to the Rise Network, by the way, on YouTube and everywhere you do your podcast. Can I Call You Dad is my show, and Chris's show is?
New on Music Row.
You don't want to miss that one, folks. Chris, thanks very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure as usual. It's
Of
always a
course.
pleasure hanging out with you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Oh, we will. Until then, have a great day.
And we'll just say keep the men's room clean for me.
Oh, yes.
Right? Isn't that
For
what
you.
Ebert used to say?
Yeah. No, I thought it was save us the aisle seat.
Oh, maybe it was the aisle. Aisle or men's. I get that confused. Anyway, we'll see you soon, guys.
Take care.